The last match of the day is between Bravehearts basketball from Malawi against the hosts Nairobi City Thunder from Kenya. The match ends 91-68 in favor of Nairobi City Thunder. With us is the head coach for Bravehearts, Griffin Kalua, and player number 2, Fad Billy. We'll start with you, coach. Just a general comment about today's game.
I think if I look at the other games that we played at this tournament, today's game was a little bit better in terms of performance from our players, and also execution of the instructions that we gave them. It was better performance against the host.
Had a good start. You lose it in the second half. Maybe just walk us through the game from a player's perspective.
And as players, I mean, we came down here to just play basketball and not be scared of nobody. And we did exactly that. But at the end of the game, I think the guys were playing. The other team was playing way better than us. That's why they got the win at the end of the game. Sure.
Coach, your experience in the Elite 16?
This being our first time here, we didn't expect much actually. It was about learning and also exposing these young talented players that we have from Malawi. Our program is a youthful program because it's a scholarship program. So most of our players, they are very young. The age is between 19 to somewhere around 25. So they are very young. The more we come back to these tournaments, the more we're going to get more confident, more exposure and more experience. And I believe the next time we're here, performance will be better than the performance that we've had this time around.
Fad, the coach says that you have a young squad. Maybe what are the biggest lessons that you pick from this experience?
The biggest lesson that I have learned from this tournament is you have to get ready before the tournament. And I got that lesson from the other players from the other teams. The way they were playing, it looked like they were getting ready for this. And then they came down here and played the best they could. And I just think when we coming back next year, we just have to get ready more.
Coach, what does this run mean for Malawi basketball, being here and having to play, getting to play in the Elite 16?
Malawi basketball, honestly, there's not much to talk about in Malawi. We haven't done much, even at national team level. We haven't done much, so this is good and it's big for Malawi basketball. And if you had a chance to look at our page, people were watching. The whole country were behind us. Even if the results were not the results that we needed, but the whole country was behind us, and I'm receiving messages. This has put Malawi somewhere else because we've never been here before. So it's a great thing for Malawi in terms of basketball.
What is the future for Malawi basketball based on what you've experienced in Value 2024?
Again?
What is the future for Malawi basketball since you say it's still growing? So where do you see the future of basketball for Malawi based on the experience that you've got in Value?
Like I've said, there was a lot of interest from people back home, and that interest we would love if it can translate into more help from government, so that maybe capacity building in terms of coaching, in terms of players, there's more that can be done, especially from the grassroots, so that when we bring players here, the players are ready. And we don't have many programs in Malawi that is doing what we are doing as Bravehearts. So this exposure, I believe, it will mean a lot for the locals back in Malawi.
Any more questions? No more questions. Thank you, coach. Thank you, Fad, and all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome to the second part of this press conference for the last match of the group stage. The match pitting Bravehearts basketball against Nairobi City Thunder. Nairobi City Thunder win the match 91-68. With us is the head coach from Nairobi City Thunder, Bradley Gibbs, and player number 0, Derek Ogechi. Welcome, coach. Just general comments from you and Derek on today's game and the group stage so far.
Yeah, well, obviously it's great to be 3-0, finishing group stage. I think we've had two great games, and I think tonight I'd say was a good game. But I think we're getting it basically everybody in the game every match, and I think that really keeps the team spirit up. Everybody's been having really significant contributions. Also really good. I think tonight we didn't play our best. I think we kind of came in a little bit sluggish, which obviously we know we can't do tomorrow. So we'll kind of address that and look for a little bit more focus to start the game tomorrow.
It was a great game. I think that we finished the group stage 3-0, and now we're in the semifinals, and that was our goal. So we're excited to go.
Coach, we've seen you use 2 different squads. Maybe talk to us about that.
Yeah. Honestly, a lot of our practice in preparation for this has been those 2 squads competing against each other. and let me tell you, the squad that usually comes in second, they win their fair share of games, right? When we bring any of those guys off the bench, we have full confidence. I just came from a team meeting, so sorry I was late for this. And Ater Majok was just talking about how impressed he was by our depth. His great trust for really anybody that we bring off the bench, and I think you see it, right? Like even our first unit tonight, as great as those guys are, as high a level as those guys have played, they kind of struggle. They didn't bring their A game today. We bring in Derek and his guys, and now all of a sudden we see the lead just expanding. We've got a really deep team. It's really fun.
Derek, going into the decider match for the qualification, what is the spirit in the locker room right now?
I think everyone's demeanor is very high. I think we're going into tonight resting, going to watch film, and then excited to play and try to be the first Kenyan team to make the B.A.L.
No more questions. Thank you, Coach. Thank you.
Apologies, guys.
How are you, my brother?